Nice to meet you guys virtually. My name is Jennifer Fry. I'm the CEO of a business called Appreciated Asset Business Solutions, and I'm really excited to come and speak with you guys today. What we do, as you will see, is very aligned with the mission at 1 Million Cups. So we're just so pleased to be able to be making a bit of a tour to different chapters around the country and presenting who it is that we are. So thanks for having me. So a little bit about me. I launched this business almost 5 years ago after spending really my entire career in business development and developed really an expertise in strategizing, messaging, implementing, and training teams on that strategy, message, and implementation to really focus on the top of the funnel, appointment setting services. Originally, I am from Boston. I moved here to Charleston, South Carolina from Manhattan about 17 years ago, and I'm here with my almost 9-year-old son, Maxwell. We enjoy really almost everything that Charleston has to offer. And he recently just got into oysters, so we're doing a lot of rounds of oysters all over town. So current situation, I like to really start with this when we talk about our business. A lot of times when businesses come to us, they have grown their business to a certain level of success through using word of mouth and referral. And to be fair, that's how we've grown quite a bit of our business as well. It's a really fun way to get on the phone with someone who's already been recommended, that you've been recommended to have that conversation. But to grow your business to the next level, you want to look at other things. And most businesses at that point, past word of mouth and referral, start looking at marketing opportunities. So you're looking at things like funnels and ads, DMs online, looking at different landing pages, and that endless hamster wheel of content creation on all of the socials, right? So everything from blogs to reels to stories and workshops and webinars, and there's so many different ways to get content out there that it can be a bit endless. But what happens is you do all of those things and you still don't have that pipeline filled with your ideal prospects. And what we often find is the clients that we work with are really beginning to get very niche in who they serve. And as they get more niche, they feel like they're not getting in front of those people because that's not what's coming to them organically. So what we do is we create a very strategic sales strategy for our clients to create intentional growth in their business. And when I say intentional growth, again, by really looking at our target markets and who we serve best, not just who do we serve now, but who do we serve in an ideal world, we create an intentional growth strategy for our clients. And we do that through something called our Sales Accelerator. And so our Sales Accelerator is our solution where we create, build, and fill sales pipelines for our clients. We do that with a concierge level done for you appointment setting service where we reach out to our clients' prospect wish list and set them up with new business appointments. But we do that consultatively. So rather than calling, for example, from your business, pitching you, selling you, pretending we work for you, we don't do that because it's really out of alignment for us. We don't work for you. We work for Appreciated Asset. So what we do instead is we call from Appreciated Asset and we educate your prospects about who you are, what you do, your differentiator, your value proposition, your success metrics, but most importantly, we tell them about what makes you disruptive to the marketplace. Because what we realized last year is that we knew we were disruptive to lead generation and that we deliver like no one else does. We really don't have any competition because no one serves their clients the way we do. What we realized, though, is that we aligned best and we got the best results for businesses who were disruptive in their own industries. And what we did was we developed something called our Disruptor Designer, which is part of our onboarding process, where we take our clients through a series of messaging exercises to really pull that disruptive feature. Because some businesses know they're disruptive, they're here for it, that's me. I've been called disruptive my whole life. Usually it wasn't as so much of a compliment, but I'll take it. And what we do is we know that we're disruptive and we own that in the marketplace. But some businesses are disruptive, but they're not owning it with their messaging. They're not being bold enough. to really show their ideal market how they're different from anyone else in their space. And then there's other businesses who want to be disruptors, and they just don't know how to create that messaging. So wherever you are in that cycle, we create really disruptive messaging, and we do that in a sales script. So over my decades in business development, I have developed a framework for a sales script that, again, with our consultative approach, really takes your clients through a journey where we help them self-identify their worry points as well as their objections, and then we respond to them. And when we're able to do that, rather than them raising something defensively, we're able to just come out and ask, a lot of times our clients deal with this, this, or this. Do any of those resonate for you? We're able to really change the dynamic of that conversation from that sales volley that makes us all cringe, right? That back and forth, rebuttal tout close, that, look, I was trained that way, and it works, but it doesn't work to develop long-term relationships. And that's what we are here to do. That's what our clients are here to do. So we've got the sales script that we will present for our clients to their prospect wish list. And then we also create an ideal lead list for them. The 50 businesses that if you were in front of them, you'd have the right solution. We reach out, and we reach out to them consistently and persistently until we get those doors opened and we set the new business appointments. We also create features pipelines. So sometimes we reach out to people and they say, hey, I love this, but I'm leaving for Europe for 3 weeks. Please call me back May 1st. Or I love this, but budget is set for the year. Please call me back in Q4 so that we can have this conversation about 2024. So when we get to those dates in the calendar, we're going to be pulling them back up into the active lead list. Nothing gets missed and nothing slips through the cracks. Our ideal clients are B2B service-based businesses, coaches, consultants, and home services. We have really exploded in the last 6 months with a lot of home services and traditional B2C businesses, helping them build out B2B sides of their business. Example would be a pressure washer, whereas instead of them going to residential homes, we're getting them in front of property managers and apartment complexes, garage complexes, things like that. We work with businesses that are established, that are growing and looking to continue that growth trajectory. Businesses that yield at least $10,000 in annual revenue from a new business client. Businesses that are doing upwards of $500,000 in annual revenue. Currently, our largest current client is doing just around $10 million in annual revenue. And then businesses that are disruptive or want to be. And our approach is 3-tier. So we have our onboarding where we take everyone through that the disruptor designer session that I was telling you about. We have our script that we write and the list that we curate. And then we go into launch where we're training our teams and making any modifications to maximize efficiency for that campaign that's necessary. And then from there, we go into maintenance where we provide consistent pipeline filled with new opportunities and really work on lead evolution where we can expand out and beta test different vertical markets, different geographic markets, different services as well. So that's who we are at Appreciated Asset and what we do. And I will take any questions or comments.
Great job.
Thank you.
All right, any questions?
Yeah. So thank you very much. As a new business, young business, I understand that the benefit of what you're providing. I'm wondering, is this kind of a combination of Salesforce, content creation, and outgoing marketing, outgoing sales?
Yeah.
So with that in mind, would we still need, the Salesforce and an internal outgoing sales column?
I just want to clarify, when you say Salesforce, are you referring to the software or your team?
The software.
Okay, just want to make sure that we're on the same page. So what happens often is we work off Google Docs for sharing information with our clients. We believe in full transparency, so they have access at all times to the lead list and they know exactly what's going on in their campaign. What I recommend is once we set the new business appointment logistically, that is when it would go into your CRM Salesforce or whatever else you use for internal follow-up and efficiency. What we do is we set that new business appointment, and then it's for your team, whoever that may be, to take and run with it once they have that new business appointment. Now, I will say this, if we set you up with an appointment that is a no-show, we then go and reschedule it for you. So you are never chasing anyone down to do that. And as you know, things come up. I unfortunately had to reschedule an appointment from this morning myself because I had one meeting that ran over and it was unavoidable. So things come up, especially when we are setting new business appointments with business owners. And we make sure that we do the heavy lifting for you on that reschedule.
Thank you.
I just wanted to ask you if you can say a few words about pricing with if it's differentiated with respect to type of customers, or if it's
I'm having trouble hearing you. I'm sorry.
So he's wondering about pricing, your pricing model.
Oh, sure. Okay, thank you. So we have a monthly service charge for the outreach. We work in increments of 50 leads at a time because I have found, again, after doing this for a really long time, that's about the tipping point that you need to really show results. And so we work on a monthly service fee. We do have an onboarding fee as well. That's just a one-time fee to handle the list creation and the disruptor designer messaging session as well.
So where do you see yourself with this in 3 to 5 years?
So we have grown organically. We launched this, like I said, I've been in business for 5 years. We launched this particular service just over 2 years ago. We have seen growth in this month after month ever since we launched. And I'm growing my team, still running a very lean team, but growing and bringing on new team members as we have the accounts to manage, that they need to manage. As far as where I'm looking to go, I really think expanding out with home services has been really, really big for us because we've seen phenomenal results. We're really excited about the way that's developed. And then just really open to looking at what other vertical markets we may be able to serve in addition.
Very cool. Other questions?
Just, I'm not even sure how to ask this question, but as far as length of time and duration, when you're setting and getting oriented to the customer and what they're doing, do you have an idea of what kind of runway you have until you can be up and running with the system?
Yeah, that's a great question. So like I said, we are a monthly service. What we do is we have a 12-month agreement, but we put in there that you can, cancel if you need to, because we want people to work with us because it makes sense. But we do ask for a 3-month commitment. And the reason we ask for that is because sales take some time. And also making sure that strategy is at maximum efficiency takes some time as well. But we don't know what adjustments we need to make until we are a couple weeks in and are able to really review the data. So most of our clients, we see results for an ROI within the first month. We have some clients with longer sales cycles, with larger packages or solutions, that sometimes they don't see that ROI coming in until around the end of that 3rd month. But just knowing that the way we analyze that data will help us determine which modifications we need to make. If we need to change up the decision maker that we're reaching out to, the contact numbers, or the messaging, really depends on what's happening on the calls we've already made so far. Is that clear enough for you?
Yeah, thank you.
Any other questions? Well, if there are no other questions, we have a traditional final question here at 1 Million Cups Iowa City. We always ask, what can we as a community do to help you?
So I would love any feedback, always looking for feedback and constructive criticism on my presentation. But also, if there's any other markets that you feel like this would be of service for, I would love to know that. And also, as I expand out nationally for the home services vertical specifically, I would love to know anyone who has launched nationally for a vertical and how they've gone about doing that launch, because I'm really interested on traditional sales strategy and would love to hear about any marketing experiences that you all have had thus far.
Excellent. Well, let's give Jennifer a round of applause.
Thank you.